Episode 6, the Bang Podcast. Today we have a very special guest, future Olympian, regular day trader,
Tim Hansen, baby.
political psychopath.
Oh. First I just want to say thank you,
welcome,
Lucas.
sir.
Thank
Welcome,
you,
sir.
Thank you. Off the bat, I just want to say Gavin's take on Patrick Mahomes. Insanity.
Awful.
Really
Horrid.
banged my heart hearing that, but you know.
The amount of gross feedback I got on that, on
Oh
calling
my God.
Patrick
Oh my
Mahomes
God.
overrated.
Insanity.
That was pathetic.
Insanity.
That was pathetic.
Okay.
So anyway, do you want to tell us about your what we were talking about first? Your
So,
competition you have coming up.
I have a competition Friday, which is just, a deadlift only competition. Just, get my feet wet and powerlifting, stuff like that. Thank you. So after that in the future, hope to compete in many more competitions, USAPL, stuff like that. It's the goal.
So tell us about this competition. So what are you gonna, what events are you doing?
It's just deadlift only, and I have a girl on my team. Yeah, and then we combine our
Really?
total. Yeah.
Is this
She's-
the girl?
she's
Is this
strong.
hold on? Is this the girl I've
Yeah.
seen all over your Instagram?
She's strong.
She's jacked.
She's like 150 pounds, and she's going for 405 deadlift. So that's like more than 2
She's
pounds of
my
body weight.
weight.
That's
insanity.
Oh my god.
It's
So it's just
insane.
deadlift. How long does it take usually?
Maybe like a little more than an hour and a half.
Okay,
And
and
you're
you're
going to go? I do.
So you're done with crunch. Crunch is
Wait, where did you
Don't
where did you go?
Why?
That's what I
I
was
go to
gonna ask
United
you.
now.
Is it better?
I love it.
Where
Yeah,
is it?
it's nice.
But it's like
a
for
fun place.
it's
a
like
powerlifting
for, it's
place.
kind of like for pros though, right?
I mean, people that go there.
Like, if you're a scrub, you can't go
It
there.
gets to a point like
Yeah.
Come on. But yeah, no, it's pretty dope.
Okay,
Yeah, I get that.
so your plan is it to expand on deadlift?
It is. It's to compete in powerlifting. It's the goal. It's always been the goal.
And maybe perhaps make a career out of it.
I mean,
Wow.
I can,
Good for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Good for
Thank you.
So
you can go.
okay, I was just gonna ask about. So a lot of people speculate about whether or not you're on different supplements and
Yeah.
stuff.
Well,
Do they test for this?
USAPL is heavily drug tested. If you fail, there's a fine. You're banned for life.
Oh my god.
And I'll have paperwork saying I'm cleared.
Good for
So hopefully all allegations we got.
So-
Squash the allegations.
So
Yes.
obviously, I mean, I knew you in ninth grade. You do not.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Yeah, you didn't look like you
Okay.
look now.
So ninth grade, picture this. I'm 130 pounds. Can barely touch the
130?
bar.
No
No,
freaking
I'm 135.
ridiculous.
Pushing 135 starting out.
Okay.
So I see Arnold Schwarzenegger, these people, and I'm like, I want to make a change.
Yeah.
So basically, I started this 6,000 calorie a day,
Oh my
4
God.
peanut butter jelly sandwiches, whole gallon of milk, just obsessive eating to the point where I thought I was gonna puke.
How much did it take for
Day
you?
and night.
How long did it take for you to gain?
Well, going to 11th grade, I was about 215. And then my heaviest I was 245, and now I see like 230 now.
So you get like 100 pounds.
Oh yeah,
That
a little
is
bit more.
insane.
Yeah, it's
Holy
mass
shit.
gainer
Okay,
shakes.
so what would you recommend? Not everyone can be like you.
Well,
what do you
well-
recommend for someone like me who's been, or anyone? in general, not
bulking
like-
secrets.
Yeah, so-
peanut butter sandwiches and milk. If you drink a whole gallon of milk a day and
I love
peanut
milk.
butter,
I drink milk.
you'll be
Oh,
fine.
shit.
Really?
That make sure you work out cardio and you'll be fine.
So clearly you're like
Never.
you prefer bulk over aesthetics because I know a lot of people who they're
I
all
don't-
about
yes,
aesthetics.
Yes, I got that. I don't want to be fat, of course, but I'd rather be stronger
Yes.
than be aesthetic.
I see, because that's for
Yeah.
for what you're doing,
what I'm
like
doing.
powerlifting
Yeah,
and shit.
exactly.
You don't care
Yeah,
about.
being the best looking one there is not gonna.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. That's legal. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously that's fine. And
Anything else
you
other
gotta
than-
drink a lot of water. but
Yes, exactly.
obviously-
Yeah, obviously, gallon of water a day.
Anything else other than creatine or no?
Multivitamin, ashwagandha.
What is it? What is
What the
ashwagandha?
fuck?
Okay, ashwagandha, it's an adaptogen, so it's just hormone level, stress regulator, completely natural.
Okay.
Yeah. Completely
So I have
natural.
some sources, mainly Daily Sender Tim Dolan, who thinks he knows a lot about you.
Oh my
He
God.
says you're taking things that are not meant for humans.
Now
Is
that's
this true?
slander, and if you're anything to say in response to that, the floor is yours. I don't like slanderers.
But there's one thing that is called DMAA, and it's in
Oh, you
banned,
take that shit?
banned pre-workouts, and basically what it is, it stimulates adrenaline in the body. So when
Yeah,
you
I
take it,
know.
it's constant adrenaline.
I see. Okay.
It's just like it's
But how'd you get
caffeine.
How'd you even get?
Oh, there are stores that sell it. They low key stores, but
Yeah, the police has had some issues.
yeah. Oh yeah, no, they did. They shut down the whole
Yeah,
lab
I
and
mean,
everything.
yeah, I'm being serious.
It's pretty serious stuff.
Yeah.
It
It's
is.
like
It
basically
is
we'll
pretty
give you a
serious.
heart attack if
Yes.
you keep taking.
Yes. People have died from it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so why are you taking it then?
Well, I mean,
How long have you been on this one for?
Well, alright, I stopped over the summer. I was on it for like 2 months, maybe.
Good.
Like on and off.
And that
and
helped you
then,
gain weight too? Is it that?
no, that burns so many calories because your heart's like.
Oh yeah. I can
Oh
imagine.
my god, yeah.
Yeah.
So that.
Okay, so you're just deadlifting. What's your goal, like pound wise, weight-wise?
Okay, so I'm like 230 pounds now, and that puts me in the 105 kilogram class. So, I mean, obviously, by the time I'm 19, 700 pound deadlift is the goal.
And what are you at, 615 now or something I've been seeing?
I'm at 640.
Wow,
But
that is insane.
I haven't
How many
compared.
points is that? That's like.
That's 6, a 25, and a 2.5.
That's.
And
Yes.
is there like a amount of sets you have to do, or you just do one and lock it
Well,
out?
I mean, that's my max rep. I mean, there's other things, 585, probably like 3 I could probably do now. But, you just gotta keep building on it,
Good for you, though.
Thank you.
Yeah, really good for you.
Yeah.
I'm jealous of you. That's fucking sick.
Wait, so, and you started going to the gym like 2 years ago? Around.
I started when I was 14, 9th grade, and I would go in my gym, and I would just lift.
What motivated
And
you
you
to
like
start?
that.
Was there a
I
girl?
just-
Was there a girl who said something, or like?
Not really. It was just I was just really skinny, and like
You were skinny.
and
just
my
decided
dad was
to-
like, "You're getting really skinny. Like you gotta do something about it."
Okay.
So
Did he ever expect
So you just decided to get into
he
like
didn't.
the
He didn't
village?
expect. He didn't expect like where I am
Did your
now.
parents support this?
Yes, they love it, especially my dad. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's good.
Having supportive parents, I mean, of course, it's
It's
pretty
good,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
You just decided in 9th grade to go into fucking
Yeah,
village.
I think everybody should live. I mean,
No, I
not
agree.
insanity, but
it makes
but
you feel
yes,
so
it
good.
does.
It does.
You deal with
yes.
stress.
When
deal
you
with
go
stress,
to the
anything.
gym, you release all your stress.
Exactly.
You just go there and
Great.
just
I'm
yeah.
not stressed a
And
lot.
after you feel great. There's not
Yes.
a time I go to the
It's so
gym
true.
and I leave thinking, oh, I shouldn't have went.
It's so true.
I think
So
you're
true.
stressed a lot. but
You go and it's a
every time
great
I go to
stress
the gym,
reliever.
it's one time of the day where I'm like, oh,
Yes,
I
exactly.
Yes,
exactly.
so true,
Exactly.
so true.
It is.
And then when you don't go for like a few days, you feel like shit. Like you have to
Yes.
like go.
It's nuts.
Oh wait, so
what pre-workout do you want?
that's what I was gonna
Okay.
ask you about.
I was gonna
Because
ask-
you're
So-
sponsored. How did you get sponsored by Bucked Up Subs? It's like a big deal.
I was
Go
taking
into
Bucked
our-
Up for a while.
Keep going.
So I just reached out to them. I was like, if you look for an ambassador, I'd love to rep it. And they get back to me and they're saying, yeah, like sure.
Like
whatever.
DM them or something.
Yeah, and they got back to me.
Wait,
Wow.
so tell us what that entails. What that's
So anybody using my code, I get a commission of that. So this month I got
Oh,
like
yeah.
$70.
That's
$70 a commission. Yeah, it was
Wow.
yeah, it was
That's
alright.
actually really cool.
So should we switch on to Bucked
I
Up
mean,
Subs?
I think Bucked Up is a great
Maybe we should,
workout. I
uh,
think
Okay,
it's
but-
great.
Maybe we should do this with Bucked Up. We should.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
Oh shit, my bad.
It's-
So have you tried Total War before?
I have.
And it's better than like beyond. Like you
I-
can be honest.
I-
They're not gonna
I-
see this. They're not gonna see this.
I think Total War is garbage. In my opinion.
Oh
I think it is.
my God!
I think it is
I
a
like
garbage pre-workout. Not only that, because you take it, it feels like you have fire ants on your
Yes,
Yes!
yes.
They're
I
really
like that
fun.
feeling though.
It's the beta
I like
algae.
the itchy like
Okay.
And I also use Gorilla Mode, which there's no beta
The
algae.
one thing I was gonna ask you.
Gorilla, what the
one thing
fuck
I was
is
gonna
that?
ask you about
It's
this
nice.
was, I just can't like take it all in. Like my stomach literally cannot handle all that pre-workout.
Do you
Oh yeah,
take
my
it
stomach
fasted?
gets fucked up too.
I put it with water.
Oh, I just dry some of it.
No, I
my
tried
God.
doing that. It was not my stomach, my lungs.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
even ingest
No,
it without like
I-
coughing
How
and
is it
shit.
even possible?
I mean, it's a process. Like, it takes you like a week to learn how to do it.
A week?
Oh
That's
my
too much. I
God.
don't know if I can.
Yeah, I mean, no, but
That's a
if
lot.
I were you, I mean, water, it's not gonna be good.
No, I mean, I get it. It just takes a while. But
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's alright,
Yeah.
but Total War garbage.
So Bucked Up Subs is like what's the difference between that and Total War? Is more caffeine or less caffeine?
I think that just like the concoction of like ingredients, it's just better and it just makes you feel better too. Like Total War, I take it, I don't really feel anything.
I like the flavor of the sour gummy worm.
They do have good flavors.
That's a good
though. They do. They do have good flavors.
Okay,
I
I just-
though is like a lot of flavors. Like you think they taste good, then after a few days you're like.
If you want to, you can make your own pre-workout.
I make
all you really need is caffeine, L-citrulline,
Oh, sure, yeah.
and like that's really much all you need.
Honestly, the fact that that's like legal is scary. That is like
There's-
basically
there-
a
yeah.
legal drug. I'm not
There
even
are
gonna
some
lie to
things that make you like insane.
you. Yeah, I know. I might try it.
100%.
We should try Total. I mean, whatever. Bucked Up Subs.
No,
You should. I have.
You give us
I-
like what,
I-
15% off?
Yes,
But now how
and
is-
I have a code that
how
if
is
you want to
it?
use it.
All right, let's buy one and we'll share it.
Okay, we will. Yeah, and maybe we'll try and get them to sponsor us.
There's
Yeah,
a
'cause we
sample
had their
and
sponsor
it
on
sends
there.
you 10 different flavors for like $3.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I'll do that.
Yeah, and
I
you
have
can
to-
try. If you don't
we'll
like
try
it,
online,
then yeah, if you don't.
100%. Good for
That's what I'm
you.
saying.
But we're going to update. Well, next episode we'll let them know how you did. Let us know
Thank you.
obviously how you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very curious.
I hope I
I'm
do.
very curious.
And
Yeah,
so,
no, I
give
hope
us
I
some
do.
videos too. We
I
can-
will.
Absolutely.
I will.
Perhaps we'll show them maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next time.
Alright, yeah, why not?
Okay.
All right. So next, what
We'll
do you
move
want
on,
to talk
but
about?
thank you very much.
Oh,
for that.
boy.
I really appreciate it.
Oh boy.
But I just want to hear what because.
Getting into
So I'm
little,
waiting
get a
for
little
it.
little politics.
Right? Okay. Over the weekend, the president, or excuse me, ex-president Trump.
How did that?
Ex-president Trump
Don't make that mistake.
was acquitted, even though he lost 57 to
Respectfully.
40, respectfully acquitted by the
Respect.
leeches in Congress who are literally Let's not talk about that. He was acquitted in the impeachment trial for inciting a riot. Apparently that's okay.
As he should be. As he should be.
As he should
So
be.
was the president blameless? Ex-president was the ex-president blameless in his actions on January?
Yes,
And
100%.
So
not
it wasn't his
saying-
fault at all.
No, not
Nothing.
his fault. It was not his fault. It
His
was not his
rhetoric.
fault.
No.
The rhetoric was that, okay,
So he did nothing wrong.
if you feel you're not being representative, you need to stand up. Nowhere did he say incite violence. Like
Okay,
Antifa,
well, if
Come
you're
on,
inciting,
come on,
if you're
man.
inciting,
these
Smarter
hate
than that.
groups or these hate
You're
groups,
smarter than that,
nowhere did he
man.
say that.
okay,
Nowhere did he say
listen.
that. And I condone what happened. That should not have happened. That's absolutely
Condemn what happened.
Yes.
Okay.
Political violence
Oh, boy.
is a horrible thing, and it should never happen.
So do you don't think the president's response when he refused to send in the National Guard?
Well, what's actually being looked at now is Nancy Pelosi.
Oh.
did-
Oh,
They
God.
asked. Okay. well,
Why would she not send in the National Guard? They were right next to her.
Reports.
They're about to kill her.
What they're doing by impeaching him is they're setting a
You're sending a
precedent.
message and sending a riot.
No,
I'm okay.
Because
I
what
agree.
Kamala Harris did is she set up a bailout fund.
Oh, I saw
No,
that.
okay.
come
And
on.
one guy there that got bailed out went back out and he killed somebody.
Okay.
Okay, I have a question.
Talking
Can-
about bailout scenarios is not the same thing as inciting.
Steve, let me ask you a question.
Okay,
Let me ask you a
at what point did Trump incite violence?
At his speech,
Yeah.
first of all, I think months leading up to it, when you're saying that making up a lie, saying the election was stolen, that's terrible rhetoric. Come on.
Do you still
Yes.
believe that?
In
No way.
2008, CNN said that Dominion voting machines were from Venezuela and they could have serious voter fraud.
In 2008,
Yes.
that was
No.
12
But now
years
It
that
ago.
wasn't even a close election. It was in his terms,
Yes.
a blowout.
he won
Yeah.
19 out of 20 bellwether counties.
Oh, come on.
He
Henry.
did. If you
Smart.
look at it,
I don't. You do
Okay,
not
dude,
do
yeah.
that.
This is-
by all standards.
This was the same.
This is ridiculous. Oh my God.
Let's just say Donald Trump was good looking, okay? And the same thing Biden.
And you're
And-
overnight
and-
and not gonna happen.
and you look at certain things, and you see 3 a.m. pipe bursts in Georgia. What are you gonna think? You think a pipe just burst in Georgia? And
Okay, here's the point.
But-
You take the votes that the pipe burst would have given him. Take those and add it. He still fucking loses.
that's true.
He still
I-
loses. You can give him every vote you claim was stolen. We'll give him, 50,000 votes? We'll add another 50,000. He'll still lose.
The whole mail-in thing was just that was a hard.
That's his
Did he
fault.
win?
That
Did
is
he win or
his
did he
fault.
lose the election?
What?
Did he win?
Did he
Did he win or did he lose?
I believe it was stolen. 100%.
Oh
I stand
my
with
So
you.
you think he
The
won?
election
So you
was
think he
stolen.
won?
Yes.
Or
He was
you
the
want a
president.
recount?
No,
We did a recount.
Donald Trump won.
He went to his
What
own
a
Supreme
lunatic.
Court that he appointed,
What a
and they
freaking
still
lunatic.
rejected it. His
I
own
believe
Supreme
it
Court.
was stolen.
Okay.
If you just look at it,
Okay, Steve, let me ask you a question.
The
Let me ask you a
now,
question.
When
Okay.
the rioters were in the building,
he was still speaking.
when the president, 224, the president tweeted out how Mike Pence is an idiot.
Yes.
That was right. He was fine to do that.
Well,
that
I-
wasn't wrong. When he said when he made a video saying, "Go home, we love you."
Yes, go home.
We love you.
Go home.
We love you.
The
These people
speech
killed
just
the
ended.
cops.
Okay.
These people are chanting at the police. Do you like that?
From where he was talking to the Capitol, it's a 45-minute walk. Okay.
I think
So
it's a bit less.
the attack started while he was still speaking.
I'm aware of that.
That
So-
They
has
breached
nothing to
the
do with
Capitol
it.
was done.
So-
They breached the building.
But what I don't understand, if you look at videos, there's pictures of police officers taking pictures with them and waving them in.
A lot
I
of the
don't
cops, I
understand.
agree, they're getting investigated.
So
That's a
I
majority.
believe
the
some
guy that
paid
got
off.
killed, you think he was taking pictures with them?
Yeah, really.
Hit him
Do
with
you
a fire-
agree someone paid off? Had to have been taking pictures with these people and waving them in.
Someone
I'm sure.
paid
And
off.
I just don't understand the U.S. Capitol. How is there not?
I agree with
hundred-
you. I agree
would
with you.
think-
I'm not disagreeing
Yes,
with that.
I agree with you
If we were to
entirely.
the White House,
They
Yes,
fired. Pelosi fired.
we get shot if we get anywhere close to
We
them.
go
I agree
within
with
2
you.
feet, we're getting gunned down.
Okay, can I ask you a
US
question?
Capitol
Of
with
course.
an entire branch of
The most
government.
powerful people in the world are in that.
There's-
yeah, I
there's-
agree. Speaker of the House, Vice
There's-
President.
how many
of the United
cops are
States,
there? Maybe 15, and there's other
Okay.
people there.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, I know.
Do you equate what happened, the Capitol rioters, with Black Lives Matter protests?
I
Do you think they're
No,
equal?
no,
Do you think
no.
they're equal?
You cannot
No,
say
I don't think they're equal.
Do you
at
think-
all.
Who's worse?
I think Black Lives Matter is so much.
Oh my god.
Okay, you look
Oh
at
my
2.
God.
2.1.
Oh my
2.1
God.
billion damage,
Oh my
2.1 billion
Lord.
damage. Cops just attacked the New York City.
You
The
think-
cops were cops killed.
You think a few black people looting a Walmart is the same
Okay.
as fucking people rioting
Okay,
in the
but what
biggest
they're doing- what
foundation
they're
of
doing-
United States democracy?
What they're doing is the same thing as comparing, 9/11. They're saying that all Islamic people are bad, which is just not true at all. They're taking that 0.001% and they're saying that the rest of Muslim people are bad.
The difference is the president incited it.
No,
That's
that's
what we say.
different. That's a different topic. We're talking about the Black Lives Matter violence. Derek Chauvin, a complete just scumbag.
Derek Chauvin.
Just a horrible person. But they're taking it out on the rest of the police officers.
No.
And
what the issue with the system, and they're trying to change the system.
And what's happening now, if you saw, Minnesota is adding another $6.5 million to the budget to fund more police officers because people are complaining about, long response times and increased crime.
I agree.
It's just proof that defunding the police does not work.
That is true. I agree with you. I think the police should be increasingly funded because you can't have
more training.
It has to be similar to getting into the military to become a cop.
Now,
if you're allowed to shoot a person,
yes.
you should be able to. You should have to go through some severe training.
Exactly.
I cannot tell you about how many people I know that fail out of high school and they're like, I can't go to college, so I'll just become a cop.
Exactly.
And then I'll shoot a black guy, and people will blame me for it when it's really not my fault because I'm a retard.
Yes.
Okay.
It's ironic because Trump has promoted cops.
Do you believe in the whole social worker thing?
What is that?
You have to elaborate on that.
So
Yeah,
basically what they're saying is that we need to stop sending cops in certain situations and send social workers instead. People that are trained to de-escalate.
I need to know the situation, of course.
Well, I just think the whole.
Generally, I disagree with that.
I just think if there's a large male, jacked up on PCP at 3 a.m., you send in a social worker. I mean, come on,
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, I think the whole thing's just ridiculous.
That's fair. But you know what though? I like what you did there. You got your
he flipped it.
Okay. What?
I don't think you can.
Bring it back up.
I just want to know.
Bring it back up.
So you're really saying Trump did not saying even the Republicans who are
he didn't incite violence. He did not.
He didn't do anything wrong.
I don't understand my wrong.
Did he do anything?
Show me where he incited violence. Show me where he said.
I actually have a question.
Fight like hell. When he's gonna fight like hell, we're gonna march with the
We will not let them stop us or
something.
something.
He was the most pussy you've ever seen.
What he did?
He said, "I'm gonna march with you." And what he did, he didn't march with them.
Got in his fucking helicopter.
Okay, well, he's the president. He can't really march with
But he said he was.
He can totally march with them. Nothing's stopping him.
You know what?
You're Secret Service. We all
the people that showed up in the Capitol. You know what the guy said? There's a clip where the guy said, "We're here by order of your fucking boss, Trump."
Okay, but then where does it say that then? Where did Trump?
He said we're gonna go to the Capitol and we're gonna try and intimidate. He basically said we're gonna try and intimidate.
But he didn't really say that. He didn't.
I have a question. I have a question.
Okay,
if this happened and it was Hillary Clinton as the president, and her supporters stormed the Capitol, I have a feeling you and all of your friends who agree with you would be out in the streets with guns, tracking down any blue-haired liberal. Okay.
AOC supporters.
No, when Justice Kavanaugh was.
No. Don't compare the two.
Chuck Schumer goes, and I quote, "You unleashed the whirlwind," and he says that basically we're coming for you.
Okay.
We're coming for you.
Result in the U.S. Capitol chambers being overridden by terrorists. Yes,
they're not necessarily. They nowhere did Trump incite these people. Yes, they're domestic terrorists that went there, and
what
nowhere did I say they did was
what do
right.
they have in common? They're all big for Trump, and Trump loves
But that's such a based on race thing. That they're all white. They're all
No. I'm basing that off of the fact that they're waving Trump flags around.
Yeah, but he can't control that.
He can control that by saying.
Okay. That is That's fair. I agree.
If the Party has endorsed Biden, I agree. There's nothing he can do to stop that.
I agree with you. I agree. You cannot lump all of those people who rioted into the Capitol as other Trump supporters.
They're hard.
You shouldn't. But you cannot defend Donald Trump for that because that's his job. If people are looking up to the man, if 70 million people are voting for the guy to be the president, he's supposed to lead with some kind of class, okay?
He is a leader.
Whether
he's
or
not
not,
good for this country.
Really, he's a one-term president. He's a fucking loser playing golf.
How is he? He's done so much good for this country.
We
became oil independent, and now look. Biden 6 days in. Now we're oil.
That is not his fault. That's not his fault.
Well, canceling the Keystone
it's not
pipeline.
his fault.
All right, do you support that?
The prices of oil. Yes, I absolutely support that. Because it's awful for the environment.
Now we get it from Iran. We still need oil, but the way they get it is so much more dirty than the way we get it.
Okay, I don't think we get oil from Saudi Arabia.
Dude. The prices, I know you go to the gas station and you see gas prices are higher and you think, oh, fuck Biden, it's his fault. It's not his fault.
I just don't
Let me tell you what happened. During the beginning of the pandemic, you had the Russian fucking people flooding the markets with oil because the OPEC system wasn't working for the Iranians. So basically, they flood the market with oil. The price of oil goes down. That's why
gas prices. That's
what it sounded like you were doing.
Well, I never blamed him for that indirectly. I just think canceling the pipeline was a horrible idea.
Well, I think it's a good idea because you cannot.
The Paris Climate Agreement
Every single country, and do you understand this? Every single country in the entire nation except us.
Do you understand
it's
also?
It's proven that we spend more taxpayer money and it does literally nothing.
Can I just tell you, it's important. I know you may think it's America versus everyone and it's fine to be like that. It is very important to be allies with other countries, especially in Europe, because you know what happened? Do you know what happened the last time America said "fuck you" to Europe and let them be on their own?
World War II.
Yeah, World War II happened.
I understand
so we cannot. And if you look in Poland and all these places, fascist dictators are rising again. There's people in Poland and Hungary, the leaders there. Same with China and Russia. Yes. Okay, so we need to be allies with those people. It's important to be in. It's important to be in organizations with them.
Okay, our relationship with Germany.
Our relationships have been fractured because we're not in the.
We have great relationships with them.
We did until we left. Things like the Paris Climate Accord.
That doesn't benefit America.
That's what I'm saying. It's not all about benefit America. It's about benefit the being of the world.
Okay. Last thing on this.
Okay.
Just the last thing.
Wait, actually, I one more thing. Okay. How do you feel about this plan to allow 11 million illegal immigrant citizenship?
What does that even mean? Like, should there be a process for them?
I could say a lot about this. I could say a lot about this.
Illegally seeking asylum, and then they just get granted citizenship.
I think this should be let in. I think we should be let in. Let me tell you why. Because who do you think produces the food for this country? Who do you think is in California picking the corn and the strawberries for you to eat?
What are we gonna do with the homeless veterans?
They don't want to work. They don't want to be. I'm being honest. I would rather be homeless than working a 16-hour day in the heat of the sun in Southern California in the fields. Okay. No one's gonna do that. You're not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. He's not gonna do that. The illegal immigrants are going to do that.
They come here and that's their job. That's their goal. So all people
that's not their goal. But those are the people that work there. That's what they want to do.
Not necessarily. Okay, I get it. They're coming in here. You know,
do you think
war-torn country, but we just can't accept all these people constantly. We have to deal with.
So what is? How are we going to deal with the homeless?
No, obviously, don't want to send them back in, but you have to understand that there's homeless people on the street that are.
Okay, so what is your solution?
But taking them all in, I just don't think that accepting all these people in when we have our own homeless people.
Okay, can I ask you, what is your solution then? Do you suggest that we extradite every illegal immigrant and then take all the homeless people and let them pick the food for us?
Crack down, make sure they come in legally. First, we get all these illegals and make sure they're coming in legally. So we actually
okay, do you know how many businesses would be destroyed? Think about the businesses that you complain are destroyed by Cuomo's lockdown.
Yes.
It would be 20,000 times worse if you eradicated the entire. I disagree. I like Cuomo.
But I
like him.
I
like Cuomo.
Okay, name what you like about him.
But my point is, I am reasonable, and I call out both sides.
I'm reasonable too.
I call out both sides. Calling out Trump's rhetoric is insane.
What do you mean about? Okay. What am I not calling out?
The fact that his rhetoric leading up and on the day up, and his response on January 6th was abysmal.
Well, he didn't incite the violence. That's something that I think we can agree on.
I don't agree with that whatsoever.
He did not incite the violence.
My point is though, I can call out both sides, but I think you not calling out his bullshit on January 6th is really making you lose your credibility.
I agree.
I'm not.
I agree. Credibility is out the door.
There's so many other problems that we call out. But I think the whole Trump inciting violence is just ridiculous.
I disagree with that. And I noticed on January 6th, you're posting, January 6th, big day. Not going to tell you right now. But January 6th, that entire day, you didn't post much, did you? I didn't see much on your story.
Because the riot happened. And didn't think a riot would happen.
What do you mean?
Didn't think a riot would happen.
I mean, really?
When I was listening to the speech, nowhere to listen to him, I was like,
that's insane.
I'm going to Washington right now.
I was watching at my house, I'm like, oh my god, this is not going to happen.
I will say this. I think whether or not he made that speech, they would have stormed the Capitol.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
However, there's something to be said about not discouraging that kind of behavior. Okay. You're the president. You're the president of the United States still. You're not supposed to let people. Whether or not they support you, you're not supposed to let them walk into the Capitol, okay? You're supposed to say, get out of here and go home.
What happened? He tweeted out, he goes, respect law enforcement in all caps, blah, blah,
blah. When they were already in the Capitol, first he said, remain peaceful. When they're already in the, he didn't say, get the fuck out. He said, remain peaceful. They're in the building already. They're in the chambers. Tell them to leave.
Well, I'm sure.
Do you know how weak of a statement it is to tweet out? Please remain peaceful. Please remain peaceful. Respect law enforcement. We love you all.
At 6 o'clock, he tweets out, remember this day forever.
Where's the national? I don't understand. We're the military. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Where's the military?
I don't understand.
He refused to call in until 4 o'clock because he was refusing to. His aides thought
because he was still speaking, and by the time
he finished at 1 o'clock.
No. He tweeted out multiple times, respect law enforcement, stay peaceful, blah, blah, blah. These people are terrorists. They're not going to listen.
I have a question.
He could have said, get out.
What would have happened if, let's say, in the alternate universe where these protesters took over the building?
Okay.
I think Trump would have been like, gotta get out, guys.
100%
No, he would not.
He does not support violence.
Oh, you're out of your... He doesn't support violence.
He supports anyone who supports him. And that's very, very clear. Yes.
He's condemned white supremacy 39 times. There's 39 videos of him saying, I condone white supremacy.
There's interviews who have asked him, do you condemn white supremacy? And he's had a difficult time.
So they're clearly not a white supremacist group.
No, Trump has no problem with black people unless they support him.
Yeah.
That's not true. He was the first person to allow blacks in Mar-a-Lago.
He was also the first. He was also the first person.
He allowed them, and there's so many.
Okay.
He won the.
He was also the first person.
He
was also the first person to basically convict on his own the Central Park 5 and put an ad out, basically having these 5 young boys who didn't do shit. These black men. He wanted them killed. He said they should be hung.
Questionable. I agree with that. Yes.
I don't think we have to move on. We don't have to move on.
No, but okay, but
why do we have to move on?
You can't
Why do we have to move on?
Unless you have a slight Indian accent saying, I don't want you to grow up in a racial jungle. I mean, these are just blatantly racist things. What's one racist thing Donald Trump would say?
Do you think
Donald Trump said?
There's one.
Okay,
there's one.
on Charlottesville when he equated white supremacists to...
He did not say very fine people on both sides.
He wouldn't. That's a direct quote.
No,
very fine people.
He was not talking about the neo-Nazis.
You're talking about protesting the
It was taken out of context. It was taken out of context.
I can give you one racist thing he did.
He
did.
Okay, what?
Putting an ad out for the Central Park 5, basically saying they should be hung.
I said that was questionable. Looking back,
questionable.
He was wrong.
It is not questionable.
You don't know the context. At the time that statement was published, I'm sure anybody that said, "Oh my God, these 5 teenagers in a park with this lady, and they apparently raped her," and the media's pushing all this stuff. Oh my God, they raped her. I'm sure if we were in his position, we probably agree with them too. Like, oh my God, it only makes sense.
Yeah, I wouldn't agree. I'd say look at all the evidence, and the last thing I'd do is put out an ad in the newspaper about it to catch these.
What the police did was on them. They were like, "Oh my God, just admit to it. I'm gonna let you go."
Okay.
So I
I
saw a documentary. They were in there.
I saw a documentary about it
So
too.
listen, your friend just told us you did it. We just need to hear you.
Okay, this last thing. Will the president run for ex-president run for re-election?
I hope so. I hope him and DeSantis.
DeSantis. Oh my God, I'm moving this country.
Holy shit.
Okay, but if you look at Florida, okay, you see all these.
I don't want to look at Florida. It's disgusting.
Look at New York. All the hedge fund managers leaving New York. New York's in disarray. This huge bailout is going to New York and California.
I agree with you.
Florida,
I agree with you.
You see so many New Yorkers going to Florida. You don't really see any Floridians going to New York.
I agree with you.
And despite
there's many factors for that.
But
let me ask you a question. After COVID is over, do you think New York is going to be a ghost town still, or what?
I mean,
you don't think all those hedge fund managers will come flocking back to the Wall Street?
Why would they?
They don't have to, but I think they would.
They will at one point.
I think they would.
When Governor Cuomo was gone.
No, I don't think it has anything to do with Governor Cuomo.
Yang will be better.
Yes.
I like Yang.
He already has people calling for his resignation.
Of course he does. Every person in power, every person in power right now has people calling for his resignation.
How could you support him?
Because I think he did a good job managing the pandemic.
Yeah, but he wasn't covering up deaths from nursing homes.
He's lying to you.
He covered it up.
I understand he covered it up. I understand he covered it up.
If he's lying about this, what else is he lying about?
Exactly.
Well, okay. And de Blasio.
I understand
I think
covered.
Andrew Yang.
He didn't.
He issues the power, and I think Andrew Yang is good.
I love Yang. Yang is my guy. However, I think that Andrew Cuomo gets a bad rap considering what he did, which is he took the largest city in the world and didn't let everyone die in it. Okay, that's something to be said.
But what he just did, he locked it down.
If he was like DeSantis in New York City, people would have died all over the place. There would have been dead bodies in the streets.
Lockdowns
Kidding
don't
me?
work.
Okay, but
lockdowns don't work.
They don't work.
Florida's proved that. How is Florida proved that?
Florida's done better than New York.
All their elderly people are dying because
that's
they're
not
idiots.
true. Despite
but
DeSantis is a disgrace.
Okay, hold on. We gotta move on.
Okay, wait.
He is.
Newsom. He's getting recalled. They already got the 1.5 million.
He's ignorant. Let me tell you this. How do you think? What are people gonna look back on when what is his name? Ron DeSantis. People look back on his legacy and say, "Wow, this guy didn't lock down Florida, but you know what he did? He let 1 million old people die on his hands because he didn't tell them about the seriousness of the pandemic."
New York has more deaths, and it's more deaths.
New York has more deaths because it's the largest city in the world.
No, and more capita too, and Florida is more densely together, and they have more elderly people, and Florida
is not more densely together than the largest city in the world.
Because it's more spread out. Florida is tight.
Exactly.
Just
Florida is more spread out than New York City, which is a compact, huge city.
Florida is definitely more per capita, more people.
Okay, so you think at the end of the pandemic there will be more capita deaths
shown it too. Look at the facts.
In New York?
Just look at the facts.
I just disagree with that. I just disagree with that.
Okay, but then you have politicians lying to you. You have Newsom saying, "Listen, don't go out, stay in your home." And then he goes to
I don't think Newsom is that good.
He goes to a dinner, doesn't wear a mask, and then he's there with 40 different people.
I agree with you. So I think Newsom is bad. I think what's going on, California is a shit show. I agree with you.
It is.
There's such a big homeless problem, and it's not even a good place to go anymore.
Well, how have you made money lately?
Okay. So I'm currently a delivery driver.
Day trading. For Zona.
We're this fine lad.
Are you working tonight?
No, I'm working tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
I'm working
5 days a week.
I'm working tomorrow too.
But you should join, by the way. It's really fun. We have a blast.
You've been investing in
Yes, I do invest in stocks. Yes. So
day trading.
Great. By the way, after investing, add me to that group chat.
Oh, I will. So basically, I'm not really a day trader. I'm more of I have like a good amount of portfolio, like long term, you know, like ETFs. I'm more like a swing trader. Like I'll buy a stock and then, you know.
So you went to
a couple weeks. I'll look at it.
You went to Webull, right?
I did. I just switched over.
You like it better?
It's the thing about Webull, you can set stop losses. So if you buy a stock, say at like $10, you can set stop loss at $8. So let's say that the stock crashes down at $8, it will sell immediately for you, cutting your loss.
Oh wow. Okay, but
what I would take profit.
I was gonna go with Webull, but there was two things I didn't like. First of all, you can't get partial shares. Is that true?
It is
you
true.
Can't get. That's annoying. Because if you want to invest in Tesla, you have to put up the
$800
to invest in one stock of Tesla.
And you can't. How do you feel about the GameStop situation? You think it's bullshit, right?
No, he was part of it. He was jacking it up.
You think what happened though was?
No, I think it was a great thing.
The ending of it.
What they did.
That's when I started after GameStop.
You can't sell houses you don't have. You can't sell cars you don't have. You can't sell property you don't have. But that's what these hedge fund managers are doing. They were shorting the stock with shares they don't.
They're basically banking on its effect.
Exactly, and it was shorted 102%. So what these people did, they noticed it. They pumped up the stock, including people like myself. I put like $1,000 in it, and it skyrocketed.
How much did you make off it?
Well, I made $50 off it because I didn't pull out.
Okay, so
I figured you wouldn't pull out.
Yeah, no. So it was $438, and I was like,
So also,
I want one for like $600. So
wait, so also the thing with Webull I didn't like is, do they have crypto or not?
They do, but
they just
not in New York. Every other state, except New York.
What?
That's what I don't understand. I don't understand why would not allow it. But my dad said
I might go on Robinhood and Webull.
Yes, that's what I'm on the same time.
Because Robinhood is used for crypto.
No, get Coinbase for crypto.
Oh, that's the best for crypto, right?
Joke. Okay.
No, Dogecoin is
do not buy Dogecoin because
Bitcoin is good.
It has no.
It's nothing.
No value.
It's literally nothing. Its price in the stock market is .00008 something.
And if you're gonna buy crypto, you got it's like this keychain.
And the only time Dogecoin goes up is when Elon Musk tweets about it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is.
It's so weird.
If you're gonna invest in like an actual good crypto, like obviously Bitcoin, Ethereum, you should like actually have value. But Dogecoin is like
I don't understand.
It's gambling.
I need to look into crypto because I don't understand how that works and who started that and how that's like a thing, because it's nothing. It is literally not even tangible. Like a stock is something like if you have a Microsoft stock, you understand what that is. It's like tangible thing.
Well, there's this
cryptocurrency is nothing.
It also promotes the criminal activity. There's this guy that stole someone else's crypto
wallet.
I
saw this, and he left.
He got 10 years in jail, but he doesn't care because he made so much money off that guy's wallet. And if you're actually gonna buy crypto, you buy this keychain. It stores it on it, and it's encrypted, and you will always have the crypto with you. So it's kind of cool. Like, it's
kind of cool, but it's just so like. I'm just scared of it because I don't understand.
I know, exactly.
I know I have some money in Bitcoin, but like I don't know what it is.
It's kind of confusing. It is.
I know.
Well, unfortunately, I have to go in like 2 minutes.
Oh, dude, this is a great one.
Yeah,
I
had fun.
You for coming on.
Thank you very much.
Yo, will you come on again?
I would love to come on.
We like to see videos. Right. Tell everyone how.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
In a couple of weeks, we gotta have him back.
I will.
Let me talk about some new politics stuff.
You need to really fix this shit though.
Oh. Hopefully next time.
We gotta get him some real news. We gotta get him some.
What she's
doing.
Marjorie
Taylor agreed to say
yes.
I
don't know what that is.
Good. We agree.
I said I can go on both sides. I think what she's doing is insane.
No,
Insane. She's a QAnon supporter. Insane.
Okay, good.
Insane.
Alright, we're good. You gotta leave, Steve?
Thank you for having us on.
Thank you. Mr. Olympian.